All right, I'm talking to the collective. This is all the way your message. Collective, are you going through a spiritual awakening? All about the healing. What up, though? What up, though? What up, though, with my peeps? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Cross Watcher. Day ones, day twos, new news. I love you. Yes, I do. Let's get into it. All right, so put the cards down. Immediately, well, what we got is Sweetheart in reverse, overall energy. We got relaxation. We got nightmare. And we got loneliness. But when I set this down, I got this nightmare is the focal point. Even though we got, I'm going to go over the overall energy, the focal point is this nightmare. And in this nightmare, I'm getting the opening up of the third eye. So that means I'm talking to the collective that are seers. You either are a seer, you have the gift of a seer, or you have been doing the work to open up your third eye. You've been doing the work to open it up, your third eye, for your own personal gain. So you can be able to see things beyond the veil. So you got those three scenarios. So let's go a step a little further here. The overall energy, Sweetheart in reverse, I got somebody feeling unloved, feeling like people around you is not showing you love, or with this loneliness and Sweetheart together, you're feeling like you're going through a cycle, you're going through something all alone and unloved. You feel unloved and you all alone because you have opened up your third eye. You're seeing things, unusual things. You're seeing things, dark things. When you're having a spiritual awakening, you are in darkness. Spiritual awakening is not something, it's not nothing, fluffy and butterflies. No. It's darkness. You're in darkness and you're walking through, getting through, praying through the darkness, trying to find your way out through the darkness to the light, transforming, renewing, changing your mind, your dark thoughts into positive thoughts, to a positive way of seeing things, doing things. But ultimately you are in darkness. It is in darkness unto the light. But you're seeing things you're seeing things that you will see in nightmares. Very dark, unexplainable things. You're seeing things, you're hearing things, and these are things that you can't tell nobody. This ain't everybody's message again, but it may not be your message now, but you can remember, if you're on this channel, you've had a spiritual awakening. So this could be not where you are now. This could be a remnant of where you were in the previous time. You could remember when you had your spiritual awakening, and this may have a message, have something in it for you, so listen up. Whoever you are, you feel alone, you are alone, you're inward, you're going inward. You're trying to handle things. You're not flying off the handle. You're not doing crazy things and what people will look at you and say that you're not all right. You're handling it well, because we don't have any cards here. We don't have any Delulu cards. We don't have anything here saying that any type of illness or anything here. We just have loneliness, and we have sweetheart in reverse. Sweetheart in reverse is not feeling love. Not only are you not feeling love, you're not giving yourself any love. You're not taking care of yourself. This relaxation here, this is the advice from the divine, from God. God is saying that you need to take care of yourself. Not only take care of yourself, be mindful when taking care of yourself, but you need to relax. You need to sleep more. Get enough sleep. God is saying, I don't care if you find yourself sleeping all day. Get as much sleep as you can. Because right now, you're learning. You're learning something. You're seeing something with brand new eyes, your spiritual eyes. Something that you've never seen before. Something that you've never experienced before. Some of you are going through this because this is the time in the season for you to start positioning yourself for your part that you're going to play to help the collective. And God is saying, you haven't learned this yet. You don't know this yet. I haven't shown you. I haven't told you that this was part of. I haven't shown you yet that this was part of your training, or you had this gift. So now it's time. And whatever this thing is, we all know whenever we experience an upgrade, we go through. We go through experiences like it's as if we're starting from scratch. We don't know nothing. We're starting all over again. We're trying to harness and trying to grasp and understand what we're going through, but you can't. And it's unfamiliar because you've been in large and charge. You know, you've been rocking and rolling. You have been very much in control of your gifts, of who you are, and what you represent. But whenever you level up with new gifts, all of that falls apart. You start to feel like you don't know no more. You forget how to protect yourself. You forget all the things that you've been doing up to that point. And your body breaks down. You don't feel strong. You don't feel like yourself. You feel out of sorts. You feel uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable at a time where you start to doubt yourself. You start to try to feel. You feel alone. You feel alone because you can't tell nobody, because don't nobody really know what you go through. Don't nobody really know you. So who you gonna confide in? who you talk to, who you really confide in is God. But in interim spiritually like this, it's a very lonely place for some. For some. When you are in a place like this, you want to talk, you want to express things, but you can't. Who could you tell the things that you see? Who could you express how you really feel about the things that you see? Nobody. This says nightmare. Just imagine if you own this channel, you know when you know as a seer that you can see some dark stuff, you can see some things that you can't really articulate and tell anybody about. You can see some things, you can hear some things, you can know some things, just a knowing of things. Being a seer sometimes can be a very lonely place because there is nobody you really can talk to. There is nobody you really can trust with some of the things that you know, some of the things that you see. You just can't. But God says, relax your mind. God says, read a book. Get your mind off of what you're going through spiritually at this time. So I'm speaking to my spiritual people. My spiritual people that right now is experiencing some odd occurrences. I'll say it like that. And maybe some strange dreams. You're seeing some things that you would call nightmares. You're seeing some things. Some of you are seeing some things in your dreams of what's to come. You're seeing some things that's getting ready to happen, and you can't tell. You're not willing to put yourself out there and tell what you know. And I advise you not to unless God tell you to. If God showed you what's to come, verbatim, an aspect of what's to come, then you take that and you do something about it. You take what you know, that information, and you do something about it to reflect your household, your well-being. That's what this relaxation is about. Take what you see and take what's being given to you and follow suit. Don't worry about nobody else unless I tell you to tell them. If I tell you to tell people, that's different. If I tell you to make a video, make a video. If I tell you to tell certain people, then do that. But if I give you the information, I'm giving you the information for a reason, and I need you to follow suit, and I need you to do it. Just so, maybe you see a drought. I need you to get up. I need you to get up and go to the store, go get some seeds, go get some dirt. I need you to go out there and start planting those seeds in that dirt, water that water them seeds in that dirt. If you don't know the whole process, they got everything. They got books. They got, if you don't want to buy the book, they got uh you can all day long on the internet and find out what's going on, what is what. You can do that. And so that's what God is saying for some of you. God's not giving you what seems like a nightmare for you to feel alone or feel isolated or for you to feel bad and feel unloved and by yourself. No. Some of you, God is telling you to follow suit, to do some things, based off what I'm showing you. I need you to go do what you need to do to help yourself. And in the interim, God may tell you to do this, but if you do it, then you will be in the position. If you do it now, then you will be in the position to help somebody else later that don't have. Then you have the spiritual awakening. You need to find your way and maneuver your way and get your way through the darkness to prepare for what's to come. Because whatever is coming, we're going to have to maneuver our way. We're going to have to find our way. We're going to have to be able to get through what we going through. Whatever it is. We're going to have to find, and it's going to be a nightmare. Because it's going to be something that we're not accustomed to. We have, as a country, we have really been gotten ourselves out of doing things the way they used to do them. Conveniences. We are really a country of convenience. We run off of convenience. In the past, they did things the long way. They did things, it took them longer to get a meal. It took them longer to do things. But now we take the shortcuts. We got gadgets. We got different things. You know, we can't even, we can't even remember people's telephone number, remember families' telephone numbers. So if you haven't written all your family members' telephone numbers down, you need to write them down. You need to write them down. Write down all their addresses. Even because all you have is the phone number. You don't have their addresses. You have nobody's address. Unless you've already put everybody's address. Some people did. I know I didn't. So I got to go back and put everybody's address or get everybody's address. I got your telephone number. What's your address? And write all that stuff out. Anything go up or go down, at least I'll know where you live at. After everything is said and done, I can at least try to see if what happened to them, what's going on with them. But those are things that you don't think about. But back to this, see, because I'm about to go off in a whole nother thing here. And that's another way you can look at this thing. But I saw third eye. Somebody's dealing with their third eye and what they're seeing through their third eye. And what you're seeing, which makes sense. You're seeing things that's getting ready to happen. You're seeing glimpses of things, dreaming about glimpses of things that could happen. And if you're not a seer, and even if you are a seer, the kind of things that I can imagine that will be hard to carry, knowing a lot of people are not going to make. A lot of people are not going to make it. Seeing that firsthand in a dream, seeing it firsthand through the third eye. Not being able to unsee, not being able to relax your mind, not being able to handle it. It's one thing to be a seer and be able to see different people around you and different things like that, and see what people doing and how people are attacking you and people don't like you, and be able to, that's one thing. Developing your gift to be able to see different things concerning you and concerning your interaction with different people. That's one thing. But seeing things, but seeing things beyond your control that's getting ready to happen to a country, or it's getting ready to happen to masses of people. It could be that, or you may just be seeing what's getting ready to happen to people you close to, people that you know. You may be saying, it's no telling, but I'm getting something about your third eye opening. You're seeing things that you've never seen before, meaning having dreams, prophetic dreams you're having of things to come. And you don't know how to handle it. Now, if this is not happening to you now, this could happen to you. This could be a warning. And a warning to you that you may be experiencing these types of dreams, or getting ready to experience this type of dreams. And what you have to do is you have to calm yourself down. You got to calm yourself down. No matter how hard and difficult of what you see, you have to calm yourself down. And remember, it's a prophetic dream. It needs to be interpreted. You seeing it right off, but 9 times out of 10, it's a dream that has to be interpreted. Sometimes it can be right off what you see, and sometimes it needs to be interpreted and you're seeing it one way, but God God needs you to learn how to interpret what you're seeing. You have to use your discernment, what God was meaning. You got to sit with God so God can show you and teach you how to interpret what you're seeing. There's many aspects to this, but it's the third eye. Working on your third eye opening. Some of you, your third eye is getting ready to open. It's never been like this before, because this is part of the process of you helping humanity. This is part of the part that you're gonna play. But you gotta learn. You gotta learn. You gotta be able to see these type of things and not succumb to the darkness. Not get depressed and down in the dumps and of what you see. So God is giving you these dreams, or getting ready to give you these dreams, and you're gonna have to learn, just like you learned the rest of your gifts. Or you already a seer. You already a seer. You already a prophet. But now it's time to amp it up. Now God's getting ready to give you some real deal Holyfield dreams. Some big dog dreams. Because God has to teach you how to interpret, use your discernment, how to see these type of dreams and be able to deal with it, what to do, how to move, how to be able to function, because once you see, you can't unsee, right? So it says live and learn. You haven't learned this yet because it's in reverse. So God is getting ready to teach you some things, but you're going to have to be able to reel yourself in. And God is telling you up front, it's going to be lonely, because you're not going to be able to tell nobody. You're not going to be able to talk to nobody about this. You're not going to be able to alert nobody. Because I got to first deal with you first. I got to show you, you got this gift. Some of you got the gift to see, psychic, light worker. But God getting ready to elevate that. Show you some things. Some of you, you've been asking God, or you've been wanting God to help you open up your third eye so you can see beyond the veil. The veil is open now. But it's something that you want to be able to utilize your third eye in a more spiritual, and go down a spiritual journey in regards to that. And God has granted that gift. God has granted you access, and you getting ready to go through some things. But none of these things, God wants you to feel unloved. God wants you to feel lonely, like nobody care, all alone in the world, that you got all of this knowledge. You seeing all of these things and you can't tell nobody. You all alone, and that's not what this is about. That's not it. You may start to feel that way, but then you have to reel yourself in and gain an understanding and an understanding that that's not what this is about. What this is about is, this is part of the process of what God is needing you to do to help humanity. Like I spoke yesterday about getting your house in order. No matter if you only got a little bit of money to you got a lot of money. Getting your house in order, getting your finances in order. Stop. You have to, if you got money, you got to balance and make your money spread all the way around. So you have money at the beginning of that thing. You got money during that thing. That means money would be your household goods, basic household goods, and have a plan. And then your money, what your investments will hold out after everything is rebuilt. Being able to leverage and be able to find your money after everything is said and done. And if it's not you, have a legacy for your children's children, so they can be able leave some type of plan in writing for them to be able to pick up where you left off and get that money after. Don't just put all your money, if you got money, just keep on investing because the stock market is low, and you just keep putting your money in that and because when everything go down, that stock market gonna go down too. Then what you gonna do? But I said that yesterday. But maybe God is trying to get the light workers, the psychics, the seers. We already knew we had a part to play. We knew we have a part to play. We have a big part to play. But God did not give us the whole plan. And it's not going to give us the whole plan until it's time. So it's a lot of things that you think you're gonna be doing one thing. No, you're gonna be doing another thing. God got plans for you to do a whole nother thing, and what you thinking you getting ready to do is not what you getting. It's not gonna be the part that you play. So maybe for some, God is getting ready to show you some things through your third eye. Only for your eyes only. For you to be able to see ahead. Because what you see, you're not going to unsee. And you're going to have to strategize, because strategize is here over the overall energy. You can't be down in the dumps to get depressed based off what God show you and what God see. You have to realize, that people who are gifted, you have a huge responsibility. Woo! Boy, do I know that. When I say that, I ain't just saying something to blow some smoke, honey. I know what it is. A huge responsibility. And if it wasn't for the grace, and if it wasn't for the love of God, I would have went on sat down somewhere and deuces. But you can't get down in this sweet, this feeling unloved and unappreciative. You can't get that. You can't get down in the dumps and feeling all alone and all that. You can. That's not gonna do well. Because what God is going to show you is going to be very difficult. You have to strategize. It's in reverse, and it's going to be very stressful. You got strategy and stressful here. But it ain't nothing that God can show you. It ain't nothing that God can put you through at this point in the game. Because at this point, you have seen a lot. You have been through a lot. You have cheated. DEATH. Again. DEATH. You have cheated. So, this here, it may be difficult, but who I'm talking to, if you just strategize, get your feelings and your emotions in check, and keep this very mindful that this is part of the process. This is your gift. This is your talent. This is your ability that God gave you. And what God gave you, what God gives you, you will always be able to work that thing if you just trust the process, trust God, and trust the gift that He gave you. You will always be able to strategize. You will always be able to get through whatever you need to get through. You just good like that. But you're going to have to rest your mind. You're going to have to pull back. You ain't going to be able to do the things that you used to do. Your energy is going to be, your energy may be low. But you're going to have to pull back. And you're going to have to really, really reel yourself in and stay to yourself and keep yourself grounded. And whatever you see, you're going to have to sit with God and be very mindful as to why He's showing you that. What it's really about. What God wants you to do about it. What is this really about? And you're not going to get it right off. That's the thing. That's why you're going to feel lonely. That's why you got introvert here. All of this that you got to, you're going to see this thing and you're going to have to be alone to interpret. You're going to have to be alone with God to be able to truly see what it all means and what it details for you. And how and what God wants you to do about this thing. This is deep. Because 9 times out of 10, if you on this channel, you're going to be affected in some type of way. I'm really talking to all of us. Except for the cross watcher. Because either you're going to see it now, you're going to see it later, or you're going to see it during the process. Because you can even get dreams during the process that can make you feel like you're not going to make it through. But all in all, God is allowing you to see so you can be able to interpret your next move. Do you need to move out? Do you need to stay within? Or do you need to get your bug out bag and you need to get up out on the road where I need to go, what I need to do? Or do I need to stay put And God may have to give you a dream, a nightmare, because to us it's a nightmare, but it's really a spiritual download. But it's a spiritual download full of darkness. But sometimes God got to give us that darkness because we are light, so we can be able to be prepared that when the reality of darkness form, we'll be able to see our way through, because we've already been through the motions. And so now the reality, the real deal is happening. The real time is happening. So I've been through this, so I know what I need to do. So I'm going to end that right there. And if I have to come back, God to give me a continuation tomorrow. If it's meant for me to keep talking about this, God to give me a continuation, and I will continue. But this is for all of us. At some point, God is telling me and telling you that we're gonna start having these dreams, and they ain't get ready to be no butterflies, buttercups, and roses. He about to give us some dreams that we're gonna have to interpret. And we got to see some things. We got to see our way through these things, through this darkness. And we not gonna know if we coming or going. We not gonna know what the deal is. But the more dreams that God gives us, the more familiar we are, then we will be able to see, and we will be able to interpret, and we'll be able to get stronger. That whatever we see, dream, third eye, daydream, vision, whatever is download, whatever is dropped down at any given time, we will be okay. No matter how dark it is, we will be okay. We got to start from someplace. So with that, I'm going to leave it. If you got anything from it, if you're starting to already have dreams, please let me know this resonated. Because stuff like this, I know it's for somebody. But it just lets me know I'm on track with it. So put in the comments, oh yeah, you're on track. Oh yeah, you're on track. I'm dreaming. Or oh yeah, you're on track. I know I'm going to have the dreams, or I know I'm going to get the dreams. Something like that. If this is, and again, when I pull tomorrow, I will know if it'll be a continuation or not. Because I'm just going to stop it. I can keep going. It's more to say, but I got to go. So with that, like, share, subscribe, hype it up. And I'm sending you love. I'm sending you healing, and Trinity is